Hello friends, welcome to the official YouTube channel of Gokul Global University. Today I am here to present new topic of quantum mechanics, which is propagators. In previous discussion of quantum mechanics, we have learned different approximation method for stationary states, which are perturbation theory, variational method and WKB approximation method. Today in quantum mechanics, we will discuss what is propagators, different types of propagators, its equation and its uses. So let's start. First of all, introduction. So friends, what is propagators? So in quantum mechanics and in quantum field theory, the propagator is a function that specifies the probability amplitude for a particle to travel from one place to another in a given time period. So first of all, let's discuss what is probability amplitude. So probability amplitude is a complex number which is used to describe a behavior of a system, or in a simple word we can say it is a relationship between the wave function of a system and the result of the observation of that system. So propagator is a function that specifies the probability amplitude for a particle to travel from one place to another for a certain energy and momentum. In Feynman diagram, so what is Feynman diagram? It is a it is a pictorial discussion of mathematical representation. So in Feynman diagram, which served to calculate the rate of collision in quantum field theory, virtual particles contribute their propagator to the rate of the scattering event described by the respective diagram. These may also be viewed as the inverse of the wave operator appropriate to the particle and are therefore often called Green function, or also we can say causal operator. So it has different type. First of all, non-relativistic propagators. So in non-relativistic quantum mechanics, the propagator gives the probability amplitude for a particle to travel from one spatial point at one time to another spatial point at a later time. So for any Hamiltonian H for the Schrodinger equation, the appropriate propagator is a function which is written as g, which is a function of x t x dash t dash is equal to 1 upon ih cut theta t minus t dash k x t x dash t dash. So here, which satisfy the equation ih cut del upon del t, which is the Schrodinger differentiation, minus hx g of xt x dash t dash is equal to delta, which is a function of x minus x dash delta function of t minus t dash. Here we know g is a Green function, hx is a Hamiltonian for x coordinate, delta is a Dirac delta, and k is kernel for Schrodinger operator. This propagator can also be written as k xt x dash t dash is equal to break x u t t dash cat x dash. Here u t t dash is a unitary time evolution operator for the system which taking state at time t dash to states at time t. Now, the quantum mechanical propagator may also be found by using path integral. So we now say that k, which is the function of xt x dash t dash is equal to in integration exponential I upon h cut in integration from t to t dash L q dash q dot q t dt dqt. Here L is a Lagrangian function which is a function of generalized coordinate and time t. In non-relativistic quantum mechanics, the propagator, one can find the state of system given an initial state and a time interval. So the new state is given by the equation psi xt is equal to from minus infinity to infinity psi x dash t dash, which is the new function k x t x dash t dash dx dash. Here k is only depend on the difference of x and x dash, means x minus x dash. So this equation is a convolution. Now basic examples of non-relativistic propagators. So propagator of free particle and harmonic oscillator. For a time transitionally invariant system, the propagator only depend on the time difference t minus t dash. It is not depend on the position vector. So it may be written as k xt x dash t dash is equal to k x x dash, which is invariant, and t minus t dash. Now the propagator of a one-dimensional free particle with the far right expression obtained via saddle point approximation is then, we can say that k x x dash t is equal to 1 upon 2 pi in integration from minus infinity to plus infinity dk e raised to I k x minus x dash into e raised to minus I h cut k square t upon 2m is equal to in under root m upon 2 pi I h cut t e raised to minus m x minus x dot square. So these are the fundamental example for non-relativistic propagator. So uh, in this discussion, we have to remember the what is propagator, and type of propagator, the basic example, how it is used in quantum field theory, how it is used in time evolution problem. So similarly, the propagator of a one-dimensional quantum harmonic oscillator is the Mallar kernel. So Mallar kernel is a kxx dot t is equal to in under root m omega upon 2 pi I h cut sine omega t exponential minus m omega in bracket x square plus x dot square cos omega t minus 2x x dash upon 2i h cut sine omega t. For the n-dimensional case, the propagator can be simply obtained by the product k x x dash t is equal to, from q is equal to 1 to n, k x q x dash q t. Here it is the generalized coordinate, not a simple coordinate. Now we have discussed relativistic propagators. So in relativistic quantum mechanics and quantum field theory, the propagator are Lorentz invariant. So they give the amplitude for a particle to travel between two space-time points. So the difference between non-relativistic propagators and relativistic propagator is, in non-relativistic propagator, the propagator gives the probability amplitude for a particle to travel from one spatial point at one time to second spatial point in different time. And in relativistic propagator, it gives the amplitude for a particle to travel between two space type point. So first of all, scalar propagators. So there are number of possible propagator for a free scalar field theory. We now describe the most common ones. So in quantum field theory, the theory of free scalar field is a useful and simple example which serve to illustrate the concept needed for more complicated theory. It describes spin zero particle. So there are a number of possible propagator in free scalar field theory. So first of all, in scalar propagators, first is position space. So the position space propagator are Green's function for the Klein-Gordon equation. So this means they are function gxy which satisfy square x plus m square g of xy is equal to minus delta x minus y. So here x and y are 2 points in Minkowski spacetime. So Minkowski spacetime is a mathematical equation for a Euclidean space and time interval. Here square x is equal to del square upon del t square minus nabla square, which is the Lambertian operator acting on the x coordinate, and we know that delta x minus y is a Dirac delta function. Now we can perform in a typical relativistic quantum field theory calculation. We use unit where the speed of light c and Planck reduced constant h cut, which are set to unity. Now we can perform a Fourier transform of the equation for the propagator, obtaining by minus p square plus m square g of p is equal to minus 1. This equation can be inverted in the sense of distribution, noting that the equation x of fx is equal to 1 has the solution f of x is equal to 1 upon x plus or minus I psi sorry I epsilon is equal to 1 upon x plus or minus I pi delta of x. Now we discuss the right choice of the sign arising from causality requirement. So the solution is g of xy is equal to 1 upon 2 pi raised to 4 d raised to 4p e raised to minus ip x minus y upon p square minus m square plus or minus I epsilon. Now here what is p? So p of x minus y is equal to p0 x raised to 0 minus y raised to 0 minus p of p into x minus y, which is the 4 vector inner product. Now the different choices for how to deform the integration contour in the above expression lead to different form of the propagator. The choice of contour is usually phrased in terms of the P0 integral, and the integrand that has two poles at P0, which is plus or minus under root P square plus M square. So different choices of how to avoid this lead to different propagators. Now the next point is causal propagators. First of all, causal propagator has a different type. First of all, retarded causal propagator. So here it is a figure for retarded propagator. So its definition is a contour which is going clockwise, a contour which is going clockwise over both poles gives the causal retarded propagator. Now this propagator has a choice of contour is equivalent to calculating this limit. You have not to remember this equation, but we had discussed g retarded x y is equal to limit epsilon tends to 0 1 upon 2 pi raised to 4 in integration e raised to minus ip x minus y upon p0 plus I epsilon square minus p square minus m square, which is equal to 1 upon 2 pi delta tau xy square minus mj1 in bracket m tau xy upon 4 pi tau xy for y less than x and is equal to 0 otherwise. So here tau xy is equal to in under root x0 minus y0 square minus x minus y square, which is the proper time from x to y, and j1 is a Bessel function of the first kind. So here the function uh, j1 is a Bessel function of the first kind, and the expression which is y less than x means y causally precedes x, which for Minkowski spacetime. That means uh, y0 is less than x0. So this that means the x0 is a future of y0, And this expression can also be expressed as g retarded x minus x y is equal to I in bracket 0 phi x phi y cat 0 theta x0 y0 is here theta is a function where theta x is equal to 1 for x greater than or equal to 0 and 0 for x less than 0. And here phi x phi y is nothing but is a commutator which we have discussed in TYBSc. Now, advanced propagators. So, a contour which is going anti-clockwise under both poles gives the causal advanced propagator, and this choice of contour is equivalent to the calculating the limit. It is similar to the retarded propagator. In retarded propagator, we here it is going clockwise, the contour going clockwise, and in advanced propagator, the contour going anti-clockwise under the two poles. So, and this choice of contour is equivalent to calculating the limit g advance xy is equal to limit epsilon tends to 0 1 upon 2 pi raised to 4 in integration e raised to minus ip x minus y. Here in retarded propagator, here we use plus sign, and in advanced propagator we here use minus I epsilon square, and other terms are the same. Minus p square minus m square is equal to minus 1 upon 2 pi delta t of xy square plus mj1 m tau xy upon 4 pi tau xy for x less than y, otherwise it is 0. And here we know that j1 is Bessel's function, and tau xy is a time interval which have this equation, this expression x0 minus y0 square minus x minus y square. So this expression can also be expressed as g uh, g advance xy is equal to minus. Here we not use a minus sign, so here only I plus I, and here we use minus I. So g advance xy is equal to minus I break 0 phi x in commutator phi x phi y cat 0 theta x raised to 0 y raised to 0. The next is Feynman propagator. So in Feynman propagator, a contour going under the left pole and over the right pole, under the left pole and over the right pole gives the Feynman propagator, and this choice of contour is equivalent to calculating the limit g f x and y is equal to limit from epsilon tends to 0 1 upon 2 pi raised to 4 in integration e raised to minus ip x minus y upon p square minus m square plus I epsilon is equal to minus 1 upon 4 pi delta s plus m upon 8 pi under root s h11 m under root s if s greater than or equal to 0, and minus im upon 4 pi under root minus s k1 m under root minus s if s less than 0. Here x and y are 2 points in Minkowski spacetime, and the dot in the exponent is a 4-vector inner product. H11 is a Hankel function and K1 is a modified Bessel function. Here K1 is modified Bessel function and H11 is a Hankel function. Now, this equation can be derived directly from the field theory as the vacuum expectation value of the time ordered product of the free scalar field, and that is the product always taken such that the time ordering of the spacetime point is the same. So we have gf of x minus y is equal to I break 0 t of phi x phi y 0, which is written as I break 0, theta x raised to 0 minus y raised to 0, phi x phi y plus theta y raised to 0 minus x raised to 0, phi y phi x get 0. So this expression is a Lorentz invariant. Lorentz invariant means it is a name after Hendrik Lorentz, and it is the equivalence of observation or observational symmetry due to special relativity. So this gives the Feynman propagators, and Lorentz invariant as long as the field operator commute with one another when the point x and y are separated by a space-like interval. So the usual derivation is to insert a complete set of single particle momentum states between the field with a Lorentz covariant normalization, and to then show that the theta function providing the causal time ordering to obtain a contour integral along the energy axis. So this is the some basic uh, definitions of different propagators which is useful for the time evolution problem in quantum field theory. Thank you.